Just wondering what it's been like since you guys arrived, team bonding, ingratiating yourself into the Spanish culture, and do you know any Spanish of your own?
No, I wish I did. High school, we didn't require a second language, so never picked that up. Numbers has been more my thing. But no, it's been awesome to be here, to get here Tuesday morning. I think the time change has really actually not been as bad as we all expected. We were able to get around, walk around yesterday, see the city. It's been beautiful fall weather, which has been awesome. So it's been cool to be here. Super cool to be able to come down to the stadium today and get some practice in and continue our week like a normal week. So that's what we're saying is, look, no matter where you're at, what you're doing, act like it's a normal work week. And it's been great.
What has been the hardest challenge in terms of getting your body ready for Sunday? And Bradley brought up the fact that some people brought their PTs, some people brought their masseuses. I guess, are you borrowing a PT or big money, did you bring it?
Borrowing. No, they did a good job. They found local PTs here, used them, and then also just kind of doing what we can to find ways to keep your routine as normal as possible. They got tubs, sauna, steam room here. So I know a lot of guys took advantage of that yesterday and today, and further on this week as well.
Zach, same question I asked Bradley a minute ago. There have been times over the past few years when it's been easy to give up on this team from the outside looking in, when you've had a long losing streak. And when things look the darkest a lot of those times, you guys have put together a winning streak and surprised everybody. I'm wondering how you've been able to do that, what Mike's role has been, what the players, the leaders' role has been for that.
I mean, obviously, you always got to keep your head up. We're out here to do a job, and if you're not doing it right and you're losing, you got to find a way to correct it. And then when you make those corrections and things start to click, you got to make sure to lock in and copy, paste, repeat. So that's what this week that we're focused on is doing everything we can do to keep our schedule, routine, everything the same, to do what we did last week and carry that on to the rest of the season. And this week's all that matters.
Zach, last Sunday you got a monkey off your back and picking up your first sack of this season. What did that one mean to you, especially it coming against Josh Allen, the Bills, and in a key win against a division rival?
Yeah, obviously get a sack in 2 minutes or just outside of 2 minutes is a huge deal. Changes everything when it comes to how they're going to scheme and how you play 2 minutes. So that was awesome to be able to do that in that situation there. It's been great. Obviously this season we're having to lock in and stay focused with each other and make corrections, and we're growing as a team and as a unit. I think a lot of the guys have been doing a lot of good things, especially in my room, KG, Jordan, Zeke coming out there last week, Butler coming from Vegas, and guys making the corrections. They want to get it right, and they're doing a great job. So it's been great to work with them, and fortunate to keep working with the rest of the season.
What type of growth have you seen from the young guys this season throughout the process, early in the season when you guys are struggling against the run? What were the things that you were saying to them to keep them encouraged?
Yeah, obviously it's a grown man's game. You're not in college anymore, and they never didn't assume that, to be clear. But there's a lot different going on. There's a whole different speed to the NFL, adapting to the pace, to the shifts, the motions, and I guess the lack of mental errors when you come to this kind of level. You're fighting for that very inch or just little edge, and so playing a tight 3 or a loose 3, even those few inches of adjustment can make and break a play. So just talking with them and working through how they see the game and how to see the game, and they've been great at trying to learn as fast as possible and accelerate the growth.
Hi, Zach. Welcome to Spain.
Thank you.
You had a great victory last week. You were like 2 touchdown dogs in the middle of a bad season, and now you come here overseas as favorites against the Commanders. How do you balance that highs and lows, or that high in a low season? And now, maybe you get something going, run the table. How do you balance that?
Yeah, the biggest thing is, the old saying is never get too high, never get too low. And that's exactly it. So obviously it was a great win last week, but to focus in on what we did to keep that going, and there were still some things we did wrong. So to make the adjustments there and don't do anything different. Just because you won last week doesn't mean we can relax here. You don't need to do the extra work or whatever. No, it's just as important. So the focus is going 1-0 this week and getting the win on Sunday.
Hey, Zach. Just on a couple of guys coming back at different stages. Chop Robinson, what do you think coming back from concussion protocol he can do, especially in a greater opportunity with Jalen Phillips, obviously Delta Way, and on the other side, what you think Austin Jackson can provide to the offensive line? What do you expect opponents will be facing once he's back?
Yeah, I'm very. I mean, obviously, Chop, that was a tough loss and close to me. Great seeing him back. I'm excited to be out there playing with him. He's good energy, he's explosive, powerful, quick, and it's been great to just. It'll be great to play with him and get these practices in and kind of get the flow and the mesh going again. AJ is a great leader, very vocal on the O-line. He does a great job up front. So I'm excited to get him back and see how he plays on our Sunday.